Thank you, and pleasant morning to all of the citizens of Grenada. Again, let me thank the team that is with us here at NADMA and who stayed overnight to continue monitoring the hurricane and the impact of the hurricane on Grenada. I want to thank all of the shelter management teams that are in place throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. I also want to especially commend some of the members of parliament and ministers who actually stayed at the emergency operating centers, particularly MP Tevin Andrews in Carriacou. As Ms. Johnson has indicated, the eye of the hurricane is expected to pass close to Carriacou and PT Martinique, which means that our brothers and sisters in Carriacou and PT Martinique are on the front line. The reports from Carriacou and PT Martinique indicate that they are receiving significant rainfall and wind gusts. So we ask all of us to pray for them and to keep them in their thoughts. All of the reports throughout Grenada so far overnight indicate that we've had varying degrees of rainfall and varying degrees of wind, but there has not been any reports of any major damage as a result of the weather, and so we are grateful and thankful for that. So far, it means our prayers are being answered, but the next 8 hours are absolutely critical. If ever, it represents perhaps the most dangerous part of this exercise. So I want to re-emphasize to our citizens that the state of emergency remains in place. It is for your own safety. As Ms. Johnson has indicated, at 5 a.m., the hurricane was approximately 125 miles off the coast of Grenada. It therefore means that at 20 miles per hour speed, that by 10 a.m., we expect that it may very well be covering all of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. And so the next 8 hours are critical because we expect significant rainfall, we expect significant wind and wind gusts, and we expect significant storm surges. If it does not happen, of course, we will all be thankful and grateful, but we will not know this until the next 8 to 10 hours. So the state of emergency remains in force, except for permitted persons who are working in the emergency security services and other services that are exempted under the emergency pause regulations. All citizens are expected to remain inside. The shelters are open, and the citizens in the shelters are being looked after. So far, things have gone well. We only have 3 or so minor reports, 2 health-related, and 1 some unruly and threatening behavior, which has been dealt with by the police. Blankets and other sleeping materials were provided where needed overnight. We are getting timely updates from the shelter management teams. The Government Information Service, subject to weather, may be visiting some of them to provide further updates to the public. So again, we want to re-emphasize that the next 8 to 10 hours are absolutely critical. The state of emergency remains in force. We will continue to provide timely updates to the citizens of Carriacou, PT Martinique, and Grenada, and we want you to continue being watchful, prayerful, and remain prepared. If there are any damages or loss suffered during the next 8 to 10 hours, NADMA and the various teams will ensure that we do all in our powers to quickly attend to those instances. We will ask our citizens to ensure that they continue to charge their mobile devices and so on in the event the power goes off, so that you can continue communicating after that, and to report any instances of loss or damage, landslides, storm surges, or flooding to NADMA. So again, overnight, no major reports of any loss or damage. We continue to monitor the storm closely, and we will continue to provide you with updates as necessary. Wishing all of us Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. And of course, we will continue to share information as it becomes